You know what? Sometimes I wish I had somebody next to me to talk football with, like now the Copa Amèrica is going on. I have to do this review by myself. But what's up, Rich Squatter? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dominic Rich, and I'm here to give my thoughts, my mini review of the first Copa Amèrica match between Brazil and Bolivia. Well, at first, it was a mismatch. Let me just say that. It is a mismatch because Brazil is so highly ranked and Bolivia are the lowest ranked team in South America, and their head-to-head record pointed towards Brazil all the way. This is their 30th meeting, with Brazil winning 21, Bolivia winning 5, and 4 matches ending in draws. Bolivia has not defeated Brazil since 2009. They have only defeated Brazil in Bolivia, and they did so way back in the Copa Amèrica as well, when Bolivia was a force to be reckoned with in the 60s and the 70s. But in this day and age, 2019, with the roster that Tite chose to take to this Copa Amèrica that Brazil is hosting, it would have always been an uphill task for any team around the world to beat this Brazilian team, despite Neymar not being a part of the squad. But this game started off with Brazil bossing most of the possession. For the first 20 minutes or so, Brazil had their chances, but the Bolivian defense, they were good. Let's just say that they were good. Brazil, they kept pressing, they moved the ball pretty well, not as fast as they should have moved the ball, but I think Brazil were only playing themselves into the game, But before I go on any further, let me talk a bit about the lineups that played tonight. For Tite, he chose to go with a 4-2-3-1 formation with Alisson in goal, Marquinhos and Thiago Silva as the center backs, Felipe Luis left back, the captain Dani Alves at right back, 2 holding midfielders in Casemiro and Fernandinho, with David Neres, who impressed today, Richarlison and Philippe Coutinho in the middle, with the lone man Firmino up top. For Bolivia, I have to read off my phone for the Bolivian lineup. Their coach, Villegas, chose to go in with a 4-4-1-1 formation with Lampe in goal, Bellerano at right back, the center backs Haquin and Jusino, left back another Berahino. I think these guys are related, are they brothers? If you do know, let me know in the comment section down below. Above them we had Saavedra, Justiniano, Salcedo, Chumacero, Castro, and Moreno up top. Moreno didn't have a lot of chances in this game, but let me get back to where I was. Brazil, they bossed most of the possession throughout the game and in the first half. They had most of the chances. They had 12 shots at goal with 1 on target, comparing to Bolivia's 2 shots at goal, none on target. Brazil had 78% of the possession, 22% to Bolivia. It was 0-0 at halftime. Surprisingly, it was 0-0 at halftime. I was saying to myself, Brazil can't be screwing this up at all, because Bolivia, they put out a really good defensive show in that game because they were hardly going forward. The Brazilian team kept the ball really well, and when they lost the ball, they got it back really fast. So Bolivia weren't able to stitch together any meaningful attacks. When they did have a chance, the ball went wide. They didn't have time to shoot or get the ball on target. But the second half came, and I knew Brazil would have came out a better team in the second half, and they did just so. They attacked early, and it was a handball. VAR was called upon. The referee went, he reviewed it, he pointed to the spot. Up stepped Philippe Coutinho, who did not have the greatest of season with Barcelona, and he is looking to redeem himself in Neymar's absence and get people talking more positive things about Philippe Coutinho. He stepped up and he put it to the goalkeeper's right. Goalkeeper went the right way, but it was a good enough penalty to make it 1-0 for Brazil. And after that, man, the floodgates just opened. Brazil just continued to boss the entire game. They continued keeping possession of the ball. They passed the ball very, very well. Richarlison looked really, really good today. I was really impressed with himself and David Neres. Coutinho had his moments. He stepped up again and he headed in the second goal when Richarlison passed to Firmino and Firmino crossed over and Coutinho was there for the header. It was like a tap-in header. That brace should do a lot of good for Coutinho's confidence because he needs it. He needs it. And at 2-0, Bolivia was completely out of the game. They would never get back into this game. They did go forward a few times, but to little to no effect. And Brazil made their substitutions with Gabriel Jesus coming on for Firmino. Then we had Richarlison coming off for Willian, and then Everton coming on for David Neres. And the third goal that was scored by Everton, man, oh my God, this kid is good. I'm surprised he's still playing in Brazil for Grêmio. How is he not playing for one of these top clubs in Europe? Because the ball was passed to him by Fernandinho and he pulled out the party tricks, went around the defenders, cut inside and hit it with his right foot. The goalkeeper and the defenders, they all couldn't believe what just happened. It was a very, very impressive goal. The whole bench got up and everybody celebrated with Everton. Very, very, very good young winger. I told you guys, man, this team will be good they will be okay without Neymar because they have hordes of talent in Brazil, and in the left wing position, they are not short on quality players. We saw it today. Brazil had hordes of chances to score. I can't even begin to go into these chances. Bolivia, they cleared a lot of these balls out of their defense. They weren't too bad, guys. They weren't too bad. But it's Brazil you're playing against. It is Brazil. They should fancy their chances versus Peru and Venezuela in this group. I really think so. I think Bolivia will put up a better showing versus these other teams. I don't think they will get thrashed 3-0 versus Peru and Venezuela. I might be wrong, but right now, they do not look too bad defensively. Come on, guys, it's Brazil. They just kept coming at you, and they only conceded 3 goals. So that's a plus. That's a positive right there. That is a positive. It's good to look on the positive side of things. It's not always good to be negative. Some people may say it wasn't Brazil's best performance, but come on, you have to give credit to Bolivia for what they did today. You definitely got to give credit to Bolivia. But Brazil will be taking positives out of this game. As I said, it was a mismatch. They were always expected to win this match. The opening match in the 2019 Copa América on home soil, a competition they have won every single time they hosted it, and they started it out in the right way. It would have been disastrous if Brazil picked up a draw or even lost this game. But I think Brazil will be good in Group A. I don't think there will be any hiccups. They will continue to get better as the tournament progresses. Too much talent in this team. Like every single position, there's quality. Every single position, and I really like it. I fancy Brazil to go all the way in this tournament. Guys, what do you think? What are your thoughts on Bolivia as well? Also, let me know in the comment section down below. Brazil's next game will be versus Venezuela on Tuesday, while Bolivia take on Peru next Saturday. I will give my predictions as I go along. I want to predict tomorrow's games. Definitely have to predict tomorrow's games, where we have another Group A fixture between Peru and Venezuela. I think Peru are going to take that one. I'm going to go for Peru here. I'm going to say 2-1 scoreline for Peru to win this. And in the next fixture, a Group B match between Argentina, heavyweights Argentina and Colombia. Guys, that one is a must watch. 6 o'clock my time, New York time tomorrow. I won't be missing that game. There will be Gold Cup matches, but I will be DVRing a lot of games because a lot of matches will be played simultaneously. Colombia versus Argentina, man. This one is really hard to predict, but I have to predict. I have to predict, man. I actually predicted Argentina to top this group, Colombia to come in second. It's gonna be tricky because remember, second place team plays the first place team in Group A. and they could face Argentina. You could have Argentina, Brazil early in the tournament. So this one is hard to predict, but I'm gonna back Lionel Messi on Argentina here to pull it off. 2-1 victory for Argentina here. The Albiceleste. 2-1 victory. Guys, what are your predictions? Let me know in the comment section down below. So that's my thoughts on the game. I was really impressed with the Brazilian team. Not in the first half so much. They could have at least put in a few. But Bolivia were really good back there. They kept their heads on. But once they conceded, the floodgates opened. Brazil's quality showed in the end. I think this is what's going to be the narrative of this group. Brazil's quality showing in the end. But all in all, I think Brazil did fine and they will continue to get better. So I want you to let me know what you think in the comment section down below. As I said, I will be back tomorrow to talk about the 2 matches played, and I will try to do a segment every single day. Guys, it's on this summer. It's gonna be serious. Copa América, Gold Cup. There's Women's World Cup going on, but I'm not really covering that one. And in a week from now, the African Cup of Nations. But guys, I'm your boy Dominic Rich. I'd like to say thanks for watching this video. If you're new around here, consider hitting the subscribe button. Don't forget to leave a big fat like on the video. And in the comment section down below, let me know who is your man of the match. Is it Philip Coutinho? I'm going to actually give the man of the match to Richarlison. He was impressive today, so I'm going to give the man of the match to him. So guys, until next time, I'd like to say thanks for watching. Peace out. Rich Squad.